Hello and welcome back to App for You. In this particular video, we'll be discussing a problem from arrays. Right? The problem seems very basic, and yes, it was basically asked in very important interviews. Like basically, you can see Amazon, Hike, Make My Trip, Adobe, Samsung, Paytm. So the problem is very simple, but it just requires an intuition, right, to solve it. So we shall discuss this particular problem. Now, what is the problem? The problem says that we have to basically we have an array of size n, right? The size of the array is n, and it contains only zeros, ones, and twos. So basically, you'll find only three types of digits. Either you'll find a zero in the array element, or one as the array element, or two as the array element, right? So the array element consists of zeros, ones, and twos. It may be in any random fashion. Now we just have to sort them in ascending order, right? We just have to sort them in ascending order, and the constraint is you cannot use any sorting algorithm, right? So basically you have to sort them in ascending order, but they have said that you cannot use any sorting algorithm, right? So this is actually more standard question, you can say. Given an array of size n containing only zeros, ones, and twos, we have to sort them in the ascending order, and I'm saying not required to use any sorting algorithm because basically you have to sort them in order and time complexity, right? So they have to be basically solved in order and time complexity, and space that you can take is constant. You cannot take any extra auxiliary space. So, and one more thing, they have said the sorting should be in place, right? So basically you cannot use any extra array equal to or greater than this current array size for sorting, like merge sort dex, right? Merge sort is not an in place sorting because it requires extra space. You cannot use that. You basically have to solve it in constant space. So how can we proceed? So basically the problem, we can take the example like what will be our approach. We will take the question first, 0 2 1 2 and 0, right? This is the array that is provided. Now since they have already mentioned in the question that there are only 3 digits present, right, in the array as array elements, either we have a 0 or 1 or 2. So we can do one thing, we can keep variable for each of these digits, right? So suppose I will be keeping use of the variable 0 1 2. These are the variables that I'll be using to keep track of the number of zeros present, number of 1 present, number of 2 present. What will I do is I will basically iterate from the beginning till the end of the array, right? So I will be basically iterating from the beginning till the end of the array, and during my iteration what will I do, I'll just see whether the element is 0 or 1 or 2, and accordingly I'll increment the count. For example, suppose initially I is here, so I found 0, so I'll increment the count by 1. I came here 2, so I'll increment the count of 2 by 1. 1, so I came here, so 1, so I'll increment the count of 1 by 1. I came here again 2, so I'll increment the count of 2 by 1. I came here 0, so I'll increment the count of 0 by 1. Finally you got 2 zeros, 1 1 and 2 twos. Next thing again, I will again iterate from starting till the end of the array, right? So I will be basically iterating from the starting till the end of the array. So I is equal to 0, I less than n, and basically, or let's do one thing, once we have kept track of the count, what we can do is we can basically say we can just run our loop from for suppose I is equal to, or say j is equal to 0, j less than the count of 0 0 and j plus plus, and meanwhile I will say a of I plus plus is equal to 0, right? So number of zeros present, that much I will basically initialize from the starting as 0. Suppose j equal to 0, j less than 0 means j less than 2, so basically the index is 0 1 2 3 and 4. Less than 2 means still 1. What will I do, I'll do a of I plus plus equal to 0. So basically this will be replaced with 0, this 2 will also be replaced with 0. Done. Again in the next step, just after this loop, again I'll run this j loop from 0, this time till 1s and j plus plus. Again the same thing, a of I plus plus is equal to 1, which means 0 less than 1 means only one time I'll do what, a of I plus plus is equal to 1, only one time 1 will be printed. Again following this loop you will be having another for loop again, j equal to 0, j less than 2, j plus plus. This loop will iterate as long as many number of times of 2's are there. So 2 are only there, only 2 2's are there, right? So 2 times this loop will execute, and meanwhile what will I do, I'll do ai plus plus equal to 2. So finally this will be sorted array. So let's code it very quickly. So as I said, I will be using variable I equal to 0 initially, j equal to 0, right? and I'll be using three more variables like 0 equal to 0, 1 equal to 0, 2 equal to 0. Now these are basically to give the count. That's it. Running the loop for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. What will I do? I'll say if a of I is basically equal to 0, you know very well we will do 0 plus plus. Else if a of I equal to 1, we again know very well 1 plus plus. Else we know since there are only 0 and 1, then if it is not 0, if it is not 1, then definitely it is going to be 2. So 2 plus plus. Done. What next? Now basically we already have the count with us, so again we'll run a for loop for j equal to 0, j less than number of zeros, and j plus plus. So let me just erase this part. So basically I hope you understood the approach, right? So let me just rub it. Alright, j equal to 0, j less than 0, j plus plus, and I'll do a of I is basically equal to what? 0, right? And you should basically initialize I equal to 0 again, because I'm starting from the starting of the array. So you see this, the same array elements, okay? In the same array A, we are going to replace the digits, and then again copy the same thing. This time it will be for 1, and this time it will be for 2. Replace 2 here, replace 1 here. That's it. So let us see. And remember, this will be plus plus, right? Because we are keeping on increasing the index, right? Every adjacent position we are going to initialize. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Let's compile the code. So you can see the problem works fine, and just submit it. Time complexity, obviously order n. So yes, the problem has been successfully executed. Time complexity, we solved it in order of n because we just took one traversal here first of all to keep the count. So order of n here also. Again, you can see we are just traversing entire array, order of n, right? So basically time complexity is order of n. Space complexity is constant. Why? Because you see we have just used 3 variables. Now whatever be the input, irrespective of the size of the input array, irrespective of the size of the n, it may be 1 million also, no problem, no issue, right? Not 1 million, the constraint given here, right? What is the maximum size of n? 10 power 6. Oh, it's fine, we were right. So n may be 10 power 6, but I don't care. I will be always using these 3 variables only. So basically the number of variables you are using extra is independent of this, basically constant space. What the point? So yeah, that's all from this side. I hope this was helpful. In case of any doubt, please feel free to put it out in the comment section. Just like, share and subscribe. Thank you.